Right, well, I think we'll just kick off then. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, depending on when and where you're watching this from. Happy New Year, new layout. I hope you're all doing well. So we are back after a bit of a break for the new year with Digimon Ghost Game episode 13. I am AJ, this is Meg, and how is everybody? Hope everyone had a good, quiet Christmas and New Year. Hey, Justin, thanks very much for joining in. Happy New Year to you too.
The podcast, it's only been a week.
A little bit.
I did a stream earlier.
Yeah.
Ooh, hi. Happy New Year, Justin.
It's a bit more real than our usual streams, I suppose. Jackie, hey.
Hey, Jackie.
Thanks for joining in. So last week, just before we get into this week's episode, last week, all I'll say is that I love this episode. I'm hearing a lot of good things. I'm hearing a lot of good reports, I guess, is what you might call them, coming out of this episode. But before we do dive into that, we because there was no episode last week, we went back and watched the first 12 episodes just to see if there was anything sort of hidden or any sort of foreshadowing or, just something to, with the benefit of hindsight, looking at background stuff, and there wasn't really a whole lot.
No, the one thing that really stood out was that Angoramon straight away that he was meeting up with him.
Yeah, that was kind of a
about,
miss.
I better tell the other Digimon. But yeah, he hinted.
Yeah, his yeah. So as far as episode 3, Angoramon mentioned he has this little club that he meets up with other Digimon and they swap information and things. But that was kind of it. There was nothing that we could sort of look back on with 12 episodes of hindsight going into this episode. There's been no real... we've just noticed that anytime Clockmon shows up is when Gammamon is ready to go kaboom. So we were wondering... new layout. Hey, Yami! Thanks for joining in.
Yummy.
New layout. I wasn't expecting such a swift start from the message. Well, we've redecorated. Do you like it? But, yeah, but we were just saying, we went back and watched, and I think Yami did as well, went back and watched the first 12 episodes. And there's not really a whole lot to pick up with the benefit of hindsight, in that the show is setting stuff up early. One thing Yami did say is, this is potentially the most... I have to get her quote here because it's actually quite fun. I hope you don't mind, Yami, but just from us talking about it previous, you said they are... good lord, where is it gone? But basically, these three are the closest to being villains if they chose to be. They're the shadiest set of chosen children that we've had ever. They are the shadiest kids we have ever come across in the show so far. We've exactly right, exactly right. So we have a lockpicker. We have a hacker who seems to have no limits. He's doing mass hacks from phones. Ruri has no regard for the rules or her own well-being, it seems, and yet this group has probably had as many near-death experiences as a trio, because it seems like everything is out to get them. So these are the shadiest kids we've had. across the franchise, and I do agree with Yami on that. So like, but yeah, so like outside of that, and learning that Angoramon's little T group has been actually going since episode 3. There's not really a whole lot you can take from the previous 12 episodes going into this.
No. What I have written down is still have Drac.
Do they?
And where are they keeping them?
Do they still have Drachmon's eyes? I wonder if that'll come up again. You're almost stabbed in the eye, so I agree. Yeah. Yeah, Daigo was still useless. You could still have the episode with Yatagaramon. You could take Daigo out of that episode, and the episode wouldn't really change because.
The only thing
Yeah.
World, he didn't go.
Yeah.
So
it's literally only because they have the Digivices. That was why they went and he didn't. Yeah, episode 8 is still, it's still really perfect. Episode 1 is still absolutely fantastic.
That's where I started.
Shady and weirdly wealthy, Yami says. Perfect villain material. Well, I mean, yeah, Jellymon, you know, how much shenanigans has Jellymon gotten away with that, like, any other series would like, yeah, you're a terrible partner, but we've kind of gone, oh, you're so adorable.
Look at the little troll.
Look at the little troll. Yeah. You know? So that was kind of how we spent last weekend. Because we were saying, I know we had said the week before we might do a podcast after rewatching the episodes. But
yeah, but there really wasn't enough to talk about.
There wasn't. Like, I think we got about 4 episodes in when we realized we don't have anything new to talk about. Nothing that we haven't already said.
Yeah, no, I know there was one episode.
Oh. Was it Sirenmon? Because that episode gets worse on a rewatch.
Yeah, a little bit.
I will say that though, the Sirenmon episode gets worse on a rewatch. Because that ending comes out of nowhere. That ending truly comes out of nowhere. So the Sirenmon episode gets worse on a rewatch. Clockmon, I'm still iffy on whether I like that they purified him or not. I'm still on that one. No.
I don't remember.
You don't.
But I'll probably rewatch and go.
Yeah.
Probably.
Oh, we should probably have So, right.
I think that was funnier.
Yeah, Doll's Manor gets funnier because the show is very self-aware in its horror tropes up to the Doll's Manor, and then it starts playing everything for comedy. Like, the really scary stuff is sort of dialed down with the imagery of Pumpkinmon dragging its victims behind the curtain.
Yeah, like it gets kind of...
Yeah.
But then you see him, like, his little tiny body dragging a big body, and you're just like, haha.
I'll fix it in post. Yeah, so I don't know, like, I really don't have a whole lot else going into it. Like, keeping the episodes sort of in order. I still love the Stitched Mouth Man. Mystery of the Museum is still very good. Scribbles. Do they still have Drachmon's eyes? Doll's Manor is fine. Divine Anger is still amazing. The Cursed Song, I think, actually gets worse on a rewatch. Birds is about the same. Daigo is still... Daigo doesn't add anything to that episode. Nightly Procession of Monsters is still 5 out of 5. Warped Time is still great, if not for the Clockmon ending. Game
That's
of
what I wrote.
Yeah, Game of Death is pretty dang good as well. Kamaitachi, very good. It's still a middle of the road episode, and that doesn't mean it's bad. It's just it's inoffensive. It doesn't actively ruin any of the characters. And then Chain Letter, the episode from 2 weeks ago, is kind of the same. It's kind of a middle of the road episode, but it does hopefully set up Zasomon coming back and having learned from what his clones have been able to do, and probably just, poke the bear a little bit more with the kids. So yeah. Do you want to? Oh, so you want to change Kursong just down to a 2? Okay, yeah, sure. Okay.
I did feel it was very much.
It is, yeah. It is just the Pumpmon episode again, but the ending is so much worse. Like, Pumpmon's got this child's play kind of terror to it, which it does have the subterfuge of the dragging behind the curtain and the more comedical moments. Like, Sirenmon is actively trying to murder people to get them to listen to her song. And then Hero sings completely out of tune. But because he sang from the heart, Sirenmon's like, yeah, that was great. And off she goes. And it's, oh, what?
At least Pokemon. Not how.
Yeah. Not
Although
everybody
the
needs to
funniest-
look like a pumpkin to be friends.
Yeah. Funniest part I found. Yay, I finally have friends, and other Digimon that were helping him were just standing there.
Yeah, the Akakimon, and the other Digimon who were helping Pumpkinmon out. Pumpkinmon's like, I made friends. We're just looking at these guys going, so what were they? Like, he now, to be fair, he does specify human friends.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, he couldn't have been that lonely.
Yeah, you feel like they're just standing there going.
Yeah. Like, what was in it for them? Ami says, the Yatagaramon ep ignoring the sudden ending. It is actually better than first glance. It's a proper team dynamic and battle episode. And I would agree there.
My only problem with that episode.
No. It's left up to interpretation, and as much as I like the idea of show don't tell, this episode kind of needed it.
Couldn't.
Yeah, like if like, oh, the birds don't need my protection, and even if that was it, it would have been something.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't have been completely off kilter, but like, it is what it is. Sadly.
Could be a...
Yeah.
I know he was a bird, but...
Yeah, but I mean, he had he was still a Digimon. Like, he could still talk. He'd probably do that thing they do where they talk telepathically.
Yeah.
They're talking, but the mouth isn't moving.
Yeah, that's actually we said that. He could have said something. And Goramon's little speechy thing would have been
Yeah.
whatever he said.
His little haiku at the end.
Where you going?
He got kicked to the face and just noped out. It still really comes across that way. But yeah, I think that's really all we had to say on the rewatch. It didn't really have anything. Nothing really changes, no. So I guess with that then, we'll jump into this week's episode. I have 1 bar of Psycho left. This is my last bar of Psycho, and then I'm going cold turkey for the rest of the month. Maybe longer. See how I feel, but I at least want to, try and start the new year off on the right foot. New year, new me, that sort of nonsense. Well, not that sort of nonsense, but I'm getting old. I can't be...
We don't want to have New Year, new teeth that way.
And there we go. And I have been having a few toothache issues in recent weeks, so this is it. We've no fizzies left. This is my last bar of Psycho. So I have to start being good. Yeah, you did. But right, so we'll jump into the episode then. As ever, we are watching on the Crunchyroll app, so feel free to join us alongside on that. And I'll count us in, hit the play button, and that'll be everything. So, 3, 2, 1, play. Well, it started 17 seconds in, so we're already on the opening theme. I missed this, and the new ending, which obviously we got this background from, the new ending is brilliant, but... Hey, Matthias, welcome. Faction, real ideal. This episode was peak Digimon, and I've heard a lot of people say that. I've heard a lot of people say this is the best episode so far, which I think is very high praise, considering, I will put it out there, we are going to be doing a spoiler room brawl at the end of this, because the synopses for episodes 14 to 16 are out, as well as the title for episode 17, so we're going to go through those and have a bit of a chat after the reaction and discussion of the episode itself. I just need to remind myself to keep a track of timestamps this time around. That's why we have a notebook. Ryan Gosling would be proud. He was in that was his movie, right? Notebook. Was it? Probably not.
Don't know. It helps when you have a notebook.
A pen? And that's where I'll see the door. Well, I'll be giving I'll be
giving fair warning.
We'll be giving fair warning to people when we're talking about the upcoming spoilers. So here we have Gorimon, or Gorillamon.
A little bit.
Yep. Oh, because it's casting. Oh, it is just that straightforward. It is just knife to the face. Right between the eyes. Good shot. I mean, gruesome, but... Well, that was just a murder. He speaks German?
We're watching it right now.
We're watching it right now, John. My champion, thank you. I'm going to say thank you now. Aww, what a good Digimon. Oh, there's Clockmon, speak of the devil. Ah, Monotamon. Salamandron looks more like a gecko.
Oh.
And it's also just been murdered. We did just show a murder to some children. But this is kind of what I wanted. I was saying, like, when we finally get around to murdering Digimon, it has to mean something. And this episode just seems to be it's going to be rife with that. You have to protect me, darling. Did you play it again? Angoramon, you freak. Just 0. Richter. about this one-hit boogeyman, I guess.
Hmm.
Strap yourself in for the second half, perhaps even before that. Oh boy. Aw. Aw, and baby learning numbers. I can count too. Like, he really is just baby. Tax free? Yeah. Uh-oh.
He's like Terminator. Come on, no.
Come on, no, don't eat the
Screen
computer.
is not food.
Ah, he's teething. I wonder why I'm eating this. Continues to nom on the screen. Ruri just buying police gear off what Digimon Amazon or whatever. Oh. Oh! That's one hell of a fly swatter. Sex.
He did not say sex.
He did.
Sex.
I failed to see the difference. What's it?
We're just out in the open. No.
No, I have to wait. You're the only one who's scared.
Be scared of a knife to the face too.
Yeah, that's. I think that's fair.
That can kill them too.
Oh, Floramon wants the kimono, huh? Oh, Monodramon! Aww.
No.
Parsnips?
Radishes?
Radishes, maybe? Yeah. This... Oh no! The two of them!
At least one didn't process what just happened to the other, I guess.
Yes! 999? Really is just 0.
Business.
What business,
Be scared.
what business are you running out there, Jellymon? And why are you materialized? Why are you not in hologram form? Your pretty kimono or sparkly jewels sometimes. You're not his wife, Jellymon. Not really. You imagine if he just murdered Jellymon and we were like down to 2 kids for the rest of the show?
If Jellymon was murdered, would you stop it?
God no. I'd be done. And Koromon with the riot shield? Is that what happened there?
No, she tried to go, she went through the window to look closer
Oh,
at it, and then
the window caught the knife. Oh, okay.
Kill.
How dare you use me as bait?
Duck your head down there, no? Next can this thing carry? I feel.
Unlimited. No, I think the answer you're looking for is yes.
Yeah. break a column like.
I hate getting old. Same, Pokemon. Assassin training test. Are we actually bringing D-Brigade stuff into this? That's fun. Well, the pillar is gonna break.
Well, that building should just be. You have to be trying to kill. Oh. Are these folks in?
Uh-oh.
Don't stand still.
Come on! Pokemon. Oh no, Pokemon's taking the.
Oh, that's good.
It's gonna go commercial! Ah! Ah! Oh! Oh! Actually see the impalements. That's getting cut in the dub. Or it'll be some sort of energy knife instead. Like the buzzsaws in Yu-Gi-Oh!
It won't.
No, it'll be like those buzzsaws in Yu-Gi-Oh! There'll
Yeah,
be
laser.
energy things. Oh, come on, no! Our exposition! Baby gonna go kaboom. Oh, it's fine. Gonna try again. Uh-oh. Oh.
Oh.
Scary baby. Oh no. Holy crap, that was cool!
Oh.
Like, no music and everything just going silent before Gulu's turned up? Why does he have the Master's theme, though? I'm not over that. Why does he have the Master's theme? Seems different. What gave that? Oh.
Oh.
Dun, 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 dun. Nobody ordered the hits. He just wanted a body count? Oh, see, Ultraman is just evil. Like, just evil. Like, it's not even I'm just doing my job. It's just like, no, I just wanted a kill count. Good luck getting Jeremy to count that one. Oh, excuse me. James even, yeah. Oh, that's neat.
Oh.
So the attack wouldn't come through, or he's refusing.
I feel it's... Oh, is he trying to not...
He's not issuing the command.
Yeah.
That's... Oh! Oh!
Oh! Oh!
Oh, that's brutal. Okay, the attack is crying. That's horrifying. Is he breaking down the barrier between real and digital world?
That's like...
Yeah, bye. He's breaking down the barrier. Those red and green lights, though. What's that about? Oh, wait, no, he's going out. Did they do the thingy? He's just breaking out of that into the real world.
Oh, did they do that?
I don't know.
Focus on knives.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, so those pillars didn't break that.
Yeah. He just said no.
Yeah.
Oh, new attack? No. You're not friends. He's your brother. Yeah. Sounded like he said palace, but yeah, sure. Gaia Force!
He's just gonna straight up murder all of them.
Yep. The memory of Pokemon cut him off, I guess? Oh. Into a Digitama. Oh, come on over. Okay. Oh, so they just don't get their memories back in this continuity. When they start over, they start over. Agumon! What the hell?
What?
I swear to God, if Taichi shows up. Get the hell out of here! What was with the black Agumon?
That just took me out of everything.
What the hell?
What?
He's cried himself to sleep. Oh. At least it's a black Agumon and not Taichi's. No, it was a black Agumon. I mean, at least we got Angoramon's haiku at the end of the episode, I suppose, but... well, that's a lot to take in.
Yeah.
That's a lot to take in. Oh god. I got everything I wanted out of this. 6 out of 5.
Yeah.
I got everything I've been asking for the last 14 weeks. Because we've had 2 breaks.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted the first actual death to mean something, and holy shit, did it mean something.
Yeah.
I will say that for this image, Simbar and Goramon looking very Renamon.
Yeah.
But it does sort of imply that Betelgamamon is the intended adult form. But
I didn't enjoy that ending because the episode is still
yeah.
very fresh.
Is that a Monimon? Or Monmon, even?
Not with the shirtless chick.
Hero Swole! Hero Swole! I guess we're going to a hot spring. We're getting our we're getting our obligatory anime hot spring episode next week, I guess. Yeah, that's a lot to take in. That's a lot to take in. Just break the scale. Sorry, I had to just break the tension.
Yeah, there's a bit of tension.
Jesus. Oh, to the glory of Jesmon. Holy oh, bloody hell. Oh, that's a lot to take in.
Yeah.
I'm guessing next episode is a breather episode. Well, when we get into the synopses for the next couple of weeks, we'll chat about that, whether it's a breather episode or a continuation. But them going to a hot spring and Jellymon in a kimono, I mean that's adorable. Gulus is oddly intelligent compared to all the other forms. Yeah, like there's a part of me that's wondering if Gulus is the true form, and Hokuto has done something to him.
Yeah, like he doesn't. Like when.
No, like it's not a Skull Greymon or.
Yeah, they're just like.
It's not a mindless dark evolution. Yeah, like Gulus was very much.
He was the villain.
He was a villain and very much like, okay, so who gave you your order? Oh, you're just about a body count. Oh, okay. Time for some karmic retribution then. And click. Hero.
I mean,
not.
I don't disagree.
No. I no. Fundamentally, no. But that whole thing of Hero refusing to accept the attack name and refuse to give the order. And Gulu's picking up on that and going, well, you're just useless to me now. I'll just do it myself. You know, if you want something done, do it yourself, I guess.
Although he... about wanting some space.
But have we got that implication? I don't think we have.
Well, let's see.
Yeah, well, I mean, it could just be Hiro being a bit of a loner in general.
Maybe he picked up
something. Yeah. But,
eyes are like, let it cry. It's like, no, there's a camera.
right, yeah.
That's why I keep yawning.
Oh,
I'm holding it back.
Yeah, I can feel that welling up. This, that doesn't mean the tamer doesn't need to say the attack name, or is it just for Gulus? I think it's just Gulus acting on his own, like he knows what his attacks are. He probably picked up on the transmission from Hiro, but Hiro refusing to issue the order himself is what breaks the connection between the two. That's poor Pokemon.
Yeah.
Our exposition is gone. I can't. Yeah, no, I
This was a lot.
I can't. Yeah. Oh boy. So I don't have anything I didn't like about the episode. So far, they can use attacks they've used before independently. Yeah, so it's like new attack options that get streamed into the tamer's head. And then they get called out, and I guess the Digimon learns it because they're in sync or whatever. But it looks like Hiro and Gulus Gamamon learned Death End Skewer together, per the usual transmission thing. But just Hiro blocked it out because he's like, no, I'm not having this thing kill.
Yeah.
Considering we're still in the first arc and we don't really, like, we need to know more about the plot overall. Like, there has to be a reason. Like, is Gamamon a Guilmon? In that, like, is he handmade? You know, like, did Hokuto put him together, or somehow tame Gulus Gamamon and send him to Hiro because he thought maybe growing up in a different environment would change the evolutionary part of him? Yeah.
Need some more explanation from him, please.
Like, I think we we kind of all expected Angoramon is soloing the world building again. Yeah. Like, when Pokemon first turned up, we kind of said, well, he's dying, didn't we? It just didn't seem like he would be around for long. But if not getting killed off, it just did feel like he would go away. I'll go off and study this thing, and you won't see me for another 50 episodes.
Yeah, but he was...
To study Gamamon. Something about Gamamon.
Really makes...
Is he effectively a Guilmon? Is he this show has a lot of similarities to Tamers in terms of the characters and the pairings and things. But is Gamamon quite literally a Guilmon in that, like, he's a self-insert almost? That was a crazy amount to unpack type of. It really was. Like, I don't really know where to start. Maybe Gulus Gamamon is the true evolution. Black Agumon for me says Black Wargreymon. No, I refuse. I refuse. I'm not saying we're no. No, no. No Black War Greymon. We got enough of that in 02. We don't need to see him ever again. Hiss,
Boo,
boo,
hiss.
boo, hiss, boo. Also, hi, Pecha, indeed, yeah, but the idea of this Black Agumon immediately translating into Black War Greymon for people, boo, hiss, boo. It should be its own thing. Let's not run the speculation station of 02 crossover, like people did for Yokomon. Oh, Tamer's crossover? No, that's not how that works.
And to the corner.
Banned to the corner of shame, indeed. Get out of here, Black War Greymon, and take your f***ing angst with you. I still want to know why there was a random Agumon there, though.
Yeah.
I swear to God, if like an evil Taichi turns up or something, like from the multiverse, a Taichi variant. She appears in the show. Hold on, I think I seen it. Hold on, I did see a tweet for something like that earlier. Let me get the image up. I'll just save this here. Shout outs to Geo-ko. I guess that's how that's pronounced. Q-O-ko. Geo-ko. But they actually did, they put out a tweet with this. Green Goblin. Yo, what a coincidence!
No.
Can we not?
No.
Can we not do this? I swear to God, I'm done with this franchise if this happens.
No.
I mean, obviously it's not going to. With the random Agumon that just shows up at the end of this episode.
It's the fear in you.
Yeah, it's just, oh no. Oh, the fear.
Not
Oh, the fear. But yeah, shout out to Geo-ko. Or Geo on Twitter for that edit. That's really fun and terrifying. Fun and terrifying. So
Let's go. Personality person.
yeah, well, I mean that's one thing I am liking about Gulus. He doesn't seem like a traditional dark evolution. He has a personality. He didn't just show up and roar at everything, and and given that he's clever and very articulate, but at the same time, Gulus Gamamon turning up and just roaring at everything would have also made sense, because baby Gamamon not being able to process the idea of death and just being overwhelmed would have really made sense. But that he turned up and he was able to interrogate Sealdramon before stabbing him in the head, and looking for that bond with Hero almost to see if it was still there, because even when Hero got in the way, Gulus was still yelling at him to move. And then that seemed, because Hero wouldn't move, that seemed to trigger the memory of Bokomon sacrificing himself, which effectively turned the evolution off.
Yeah, it was like
yeah. So there's still something there, and that's very intriguing. Reminds me of Envy. I see that. No.
no crossover.
No.
Too early.
It's too, no, let's not do any crossovers. Maybe in the next anniversary season, if we do another Cross Wars multiversal thing, we can bring Hero and Haru into that, but at the moment, no. So it means Gulu still cares for Hero. I think there's something deep down, because he was looking for that attack to be broadcast. And then Hero getting in the way, at least from my interpretation, triggered the memory of Bokomon getting in the way, and that switched the evolution off.
It's like
which,
little Gamamon with the inside going, no, remember this?
yeah,
Like,
and that's what I was going. It's kind of like, I don't know, for anyone who's watched Yu-Gi-Oh, when Yami gets possessed by the seal of Orichalcos, and Yami's off on a tangent, and little Yugi is in there banging on this glass barrier, going, "You can't do this." I do like the voice of Gulus, yeah. But that's the other thing. Like, Gulus just isn't this mindless Skull Greymon, Shine Greymon burst mode, Megidramon. It isn't your traditional dark evolution. It seems there's definitely something more to Gamamon overall, and I want to know more. So that's what that's done. Like, that's really given me some intrigue for what comes next. Just the show really needs to start delving into why Hokuto sent Gamamon to Hero now. I don't want another 6 episodes of kinda sorta not really filler. Like, this is where the show needs to start picking up.
Yeah, one to cool down, then.
Oh yeah, one to cool down, and then
they need to process. Well.
Yeah. Also, I don't want to be that person. Gamamon got all 4 evolutions before Angoramon evolved.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that, but yeah. I mean, wonder if you take the Digivice off, will that reverse the evolution, or maybe you have to press a button.
Easy.
It hasn't worked so far.
So funny.
Oh, it's
something awful.
And Hero just goes, "Whoop, doop, doop." No. That'd be funny.
Bad Gulus.
That's it. I'm taking away your Digivolving privileges. Doot doot doot.
Back in the phone with you.
Back in the phone with you. Yeah. Meg, stop. Stop. I'm trying to process enough at the moment without that weird math. Why don't we just divide by 0 while we're at it?
Brain is think.
Hero got even more favoritism than Tai. I don't think so. Hero's multiple evolutions are plot related. They seem to that they'll have a bigger resonance on the story overall, as opposed to why not? We could have Sith Boy just like Inuyasha. I'm exhausted from that. I'm not gonna lie. That episode exhausted me. Yeah.
Great and really.
Like
I couldn't look away.
No.
But now I breathe and watch something happy.
Yeah, I don't even have a be right back screen set up for any of this yet, so it's not like we can just go, right, hold on, give us a sec, chat, and off we go and come back. But ooh boy. Yeah, I don't know what else I want to say about this yet. Like, this episode is.
Have more to say.
Yeah, once everything is kind of processed.
Yeah, we can read.
This is a very emotionally draining episode. It gave me everything I've been asking for. I wanted, like, because that was one thing, like Digimon being made friends with, or Digimon being given a second chance and getting away. No, this was just, you wanted a body count. I'm going to enact vengeance upon you. I will strike down upon thee with furious vengeance and anger, or whatever. So, and death meant something. Seeing, like, the idea of Digimon being murdered for no reason, and then Bakumon dying and Gamamon trying to process that, and in turn killing Sealdstramon. Because he wasn't issuing orders, he wasn't I'm just doing my job, I have a family kind of Digimon, you know? It wasn't Black Tailmon, Black Agumon, Sealdstramon, Gamamon. Be a pattern with these dark Digimon. At the same time, we don't know how Hokuto got his hands on the Angoramon and Jellymon Dims either. Yeah, I kind of wonder if we don't know anything about Hokuto. Yeah, the hero, yeah, via Blacktailmon Uber. I think via Holland, yeah. So
he didn't even do it himself.
He didn't even do it himself, no. Right, we'll move on. We'll move into the ratings then, will we? Okay. Window. Yeah, we do, but I want to see if I can just get the document on screen while we're chatting away. Oh. There it is. So. Oh. Yeah, that doesn't work. What?
Yeah.
Okay, that doesn't work. Okay, we'll just do the display capture. Yeah, that doesn't work. It's too teeny.
Like, could you?
Already are zoomed in on the document. A little bit.
You guys see that? Well, they definitely.
I do this. Okay. Right. So I guess I'll start.
I knew it.
I don't care. I got everything I wanted out of this episode. I will break the scale this 1 week. I'll Dave Meltzer this nonsense and do 6 stars. This was a 6-star episode. What about you? Across the board?
Yeah.
Or are you going to be more realistic and keep it at a 5?
No, we can
break the scale. Okay. That means this episode is better than Mouth Stitched Man, Divine Anger, Nightly Procession of Monsters, and Mystery of the Museum. Yeah, that's fair. 11 out of 10, basically, we went for. Yeah. There we go. So, oh boy. What? Oh no.
or YouTube.
And back, YouTube decided to randomly die on me. Oh well, welcome back. We're just in the scoring process for the episode, and we've decided to break the scale this week and go with a 6 out of 10. 6 out of 5 even. 6 out of 10. No, that'd be a bit low. Definitely not that. But justice for Pokemon Kenobi.
Oh, go back over.
Oh yeah. Okay, we'll fix that up on the averages. Ranking, it's still you're low.
Still
of
the
the...
lowest.
Yeah, just to fix the averaging later on. Oh boy. Okay.
Both having.
No. Well, no, but it's still gonna be.
I'm gonna give your average a bump.
No.
Echo mine.
No. Well,
I
even
mean, not that
still,
I really
like this is like this episode. Like realistically, this episode is a 5. This is just giving it a bonus point because it went above and beyond really what we've been asking for the last couple of weeks, for this stuff to start meaning something. Also interesting, an episode Clockmon turned up in, we got Gulas Gamamon.
Yeah.
He wasn't the cause of it this time, but he was still there.
This time.
Yeah.
He was just there, and then he was after the 5.
Oh, it's a totally an easy 5. We're just it went above. Because this is everything meant something. There was no part of this episode where I look at it and go, well, that was dumb, or this actively hurt the story, or what's important now is how they build on it. Making friends with Digimon and them learning their lesson, or you've a couple of instances like Dracmon and Zasomon who pretend to be good, and they'll say they won't cause trouble anymore, but you kind of know they'll be back later. But outside of that, there's been misunderstandings or whatever Sirenmon and Yatagaramon were. But the resolutions of each episode have been very calm for the most part. This episode just threw that out the window and went, no, we're just going to murder everything.
Mercy.
Yeah.
And big murder.
Yeah. And, there was consequences. Like, there was the villain of the monster of the week suffered consequences for their actions. And that's something we've been saying we need to see more of, because that was obvious, like as we've said, that was our biggest complaint with the Clockmon episode. They healed him or purified him or whatever they did to him. And he just went, well, I guess I shouldn't steal people's time anymore.
Yeah.
There was no real, like, he should have,
big evil sociopath, but
yeah. I don't think this is, oh god, no, it's not.
Oh,
no, he's
going
gonna
to see him more now.
I wonder if, I think you had brought up a point a few weeks ago. I wonder if Hero is going to become like Henry now.
Yeah.
Where he's just not going to let Gamamon do anything for fear of this happening again. Like, just like, oh, no,
maybe that's why get away where they are. Hide out somewhere, looted,
and sort of chill out. You were supposed to be the chosen one. You were supposed to bring balance to the digital world, not destroy it. This is the best ep for villain dying. He killed 1,000 Digimon. I'd at least be for a reason for Angoramon to step up. Oh, definitely. We have, like, especially with this new ending and this new scene that we have here, Angoramon has to evolve at some point in the next few weeks, right? We can't just sit here until episode 20 and go, where's Simbar Angoramon? Why hasn't he turned up yet? I still want to be able to use the clip of Willis being like, he has pants now.
Sorry, my brain. Where is Simbar?
Where is Simbar? Where is Simbar? Where would Simbar be? Look, this is a very emotionally draining episode. We might not be in the right frame of mind, and a bit of laughter, I think, is kind of needed.
Yeah, brain does. That'd not be silly.
Yeah. Good lord. Yeah, I think chat, you don't mind if we open the Psycho, right? Good lord. Where's the other? Hi, Reiko. The fact you made it at all, thank you so much. I feel husbando vibes for Simbar. Well, considering I think it looks very Renamon.
It's waifu vibes.
It's got very waifu vibes.
Sometimes we do end up starting an hour late, to be fair. So
yeah.
It's kind of all done.
Yeah, I mean, we actually started on time this week, so that was fun. We started at 9 o'clock, so here we are. And we're just exhausted. I don't mind the gap, but it's got to be close after all. The last couple of weeks have given Ruri and Angora time to bond better over the bigger than average incidents that they've been through. The depiction of each pair in the series, king and princess, married couple, brothers. Yeah, and I was saying to Meg last night when we were looking at this picture, there's an interesting kind of trope almost where Hero and Betelgamamon are the same height. Kyoshiro is taller than Tesla Jellymon, but Simbar and Goramon is taller than Ruri. And I wonder if that's a a thing on like the maturity of them. Like, so Hiro and Betel are on the same level. Kyoshiro is that bit more mature than Jellymon, and Angoromon's that bit more mature than Ruri.
He's the big brother.
Yeah. Because I always go back to that line in Gurren Lagann at the end where Kamina and Simon are talking, and it's like, oh, you've grown up, and Simon is like literally a head taller than Kamina. So, you know, it was like it's a maturity thing, like, oh, you've actually grown up. No, I'm probably reading way too deeply into that, but that's just kind of where my mind went on it. But I'm actually exhausted from that.
Yeah, I really am.
No.
I'm trying to get my thoughts on it.
Yeah, no, same.
Look at pictures. Yeah, I'm crying.
Oh. I can see the fans saying the line Wallace in the Japanese film, I'm waiting for you, but Simbar and Goromon. I just want to be able to use the he's got pants now clip for the evolution scene. Those are clearly boots.
Yeah, are they all one piece?
They look like they're all one piece.
Is it a onesie that's folded down?
Can we not? Can we not? Well, I say you're saying he's like scraggy.
Better than that.
And they look really nice. Yeah, they're very form-fitting. Oh.
Maybe that's wait.
And then the fuzzy chest. Yeah. Like it is. It's just Renamon. With longer ears. It's Renamon with longer ears, you know. But I really don't know what else to say. My brain is processing it all, and I'm pretty sure during the week I'll have a bunch of like, oh, what if it means this, and what if it means that, and I'll have a bunch of theories, and maybe we'll come back. Yeah, we'll write stuff down as they come up. So when's the next time Gamamon's gonna go kaboom? I don't know. In a franchise with a 1,000 species, some of them will look similar. Yeah, they don't all have to be shinies. Refer you back to our Pokemon playthrough for the shiny reference. But Jiminy Crickets, will we get into the comments from last week and then push on with the spoilers?
Yeah, we'll do comments.
Yeah, Angoromon's diet brings a nice result. It turns him into a waifu. He wasn't fat, he's just furry, like a proper Angora rabbit. Okay. God, yeah, we don't. No. Oh no, we've seen Lamormon, the ultimate or the perfect level.
Oh, I meant.
Oh, okay. Oh. Hint, hint, wink, wink. Sorry, I ruined your subtlety. Anyway, so let's have a look at the comments then from last week's episode, and then we'll, yeah. Yeah, the new ending's very good. Okay, do we really only have 3 comments from last week's episode? Oh, because everyone's always that's fair. We just go back to 1, 2, 3. Oh, there was a comment on the Digivice video, and we read the comments on Deep Cuts last week. Yeah, or 2 weeks ago. Okay, yeah. Oh. Yeah. The comment is complaining that the last evolution Digivice is just a sound box. It's not a pet. They can't all be pets, no. I mean, but because they ended up releasing a pet one afterward with the last evolution stuff in it. This one. So, I don't know what the commenter's problem was. But anyway. Right.
Juggernaut.
Hey, Juggernaut. Thanks for joining in. Long time no see. Okay, so let's... last week's comments then. We'll start with Ataro's comment. Wow. Gamamon evolved because of chocolate? Ridiculous. When's he going to grow up and realize the caramel tastes way better? A comment after my own heart. I do love some caramel chocolate. What? And then the next line, Herlock would agree. Herlock would agree. Turning the stuff into gears. And then a post episode 13 edit. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. I take it back. Don't grow up, Gamamon. Here, have some chocolate. I like it's a heart reaction. Oh. I'm not sure if my drawing this week should be of Sealstramon or Gulus Gamamon. Caramel? That guy never tried Dulce de Leche. I'm sorry, I mean, I've showed it off over on the Twitch streams. We have reasons on this side of the world for preferring caramel. We have reasons. Also rabbit themed.
Yeah.
Oh. Even Digimon can't get away from sexy rabbits, huh? Why is everything a sexy rabbit? Why not, right? The Caramel Bunny, Lopunny, Mega Lopunny, Simbara and Goramon. Why is everything a sexy rabbit? Oh, good. Oh, you delete. Oh, and you hit them as well. Cool, thank you. Okay, so Justin's comment then. Okay, let's see. Okay, from how the episode presented itself, it felt like a Kyoshiro and Jellymon. It felt like a Kyoshiro and Jellymon episode. Then we get the unexpected appearance of Wise and Gamamon. The moment when Hiro was contemplating on using red or blue, I just said, we're getting Wizen, aren't we? Same, that was my reaction as we were watching the episode. The only reason I can think of for getting him is either just for getting the evolution out of the way or for tactical purposes. Using a Triceratops Digimon with 2 railguns for horns that has enough power can blow up multiple enemies in one shot. And you know what I want to know? If the old Zasomon didn't show up to stop the fight, was Wizen Gamamon going to kill them? I think so. I think it was like,
yeah.
I think it's a Diablomon or Virusmon situation.
Yeah,
where you just have to wipe them out.
Yeah. Merging together and making.
Yeah.
So you have to
Well, that
erase
was
all of them so the power.
Yeah, and that
the only
that
way
was
to
the
get rid of
plan because
Yeah.
they merged on does Antilamon count as a sexy rabbit? No, Antilamon doesn't. Have an ice cream. Oh, for Dulce de Leche. But yeah, because the whole plan was to injure the smaller ones so that they all formed into the bigger ones to make them easier to take care of, I do think Wizen was about to,
Charging up.
he was charging up a big attack. It would have gotten rid of them. But the impact of having Gamamon watch basically his favorite uncle die in front of him, it would have taken away from the emotional impact of this episode. I know Metal Phantomon was reaping the souls of Digimon during the race, but Gamamon wasn't really paying attention to that. He was kind of...
And he wasn't... Like, he didn't know it.
No, he didn't.
Yeah.
He didn't have a connection to any of those Digimon, so the effect of that is lost. Probably not with this show's idea of handling its problems differently, but it's a thought. I know, I think he would have, because otherwise they would have just continued to multiply and taken over the world. I don't think they could have. I don't think the Zasomon could have been reasoned with. Is the thing. Then, oh, and congrats on your Piplup and Starly's Shinka. Can't wait for you to figure out how to make your Pokemon walk out of their balls outside the battle. Oh, yeah. That's like the next. That's coming up. The Pokemon streams are done. The YouTube version runs up until April. I'm sorry. The way the Pokemon streams all got cut up into individual episodes. Yeah. Good luck fighting Cynthia in April. Is all I'll say. But thank you. And I wanted to ask you the thing you said in your stream about Uri Geller and Kadabra thing. I don't really get it. Is it the names? Because one thing I know is Kadabra's original name in Japanese is Yungera, and if I'm not mistaken, it's Yungera, and that comes from the U in that comes from Yuri, and then the Gera in that comes from Geller. Gera, and that's where that comes from. So it's Yun from Yuri and then Gera from Geller. So that's where it's like a portmanteau of the two names coming together. And exactly, and that's the other thing. It's because of the spoons and the whole thing of his. That's what he's famous for is bending spoons with his mind. So yeah, that's what that's all about. It's less because of the name is Kadabra, and I think that was probably why the names were changed in English to Abracadabra, Alakazam, because you have the very stereotypical magician, wave the wand, say the magic words aspect of it, but you take away all the names of references to real world people.
Even those.
Yeah. But at the same time, then you end up with something like Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan. Even though Hitmonlee I suppose Hitmonlee kind of works. Jackie Chan wasn't a boxer though. No, but because in Japan, Hitmonchan is called Ebiwara something? But he's based on a boxer named Ebiwara. And because fair use and copyright works differently, overseas they can get away with things like that. But when someone in the Western world finds out, hold on, you're making money off my name. No. And that's why Kadabra went away for like years. And Abra cards, you had an Abra card and you had an Alakazam card, and the Alakazam card had to have some stupid way of basically warp evolving. But yeah, look, it's dumb and it's people just making money grabs, and the Pokemon company went, well, no, we're not going to pay you. We'll just ignore the Pokemon for however many years. Anyway. They were technically trapped inside Phantomon's scythe, so not technically dead. And yes, Jugger, this Dark Evolution was great. Yeah, it was great in that it didn't feel like a traditional Dark Evolution. It just felt like Gabamon just got a fourth evolution and it was self-aware and went... It exacted justice upon Sealsdramon. So... Then their final comment from 2 weeks ago stream is from Pedja. I think the way they came up with a weird way to Abra to skip an evolution, which kind of doesn't make sense, but how come this didn't affect the video games? Because it was already a... there was a legal loophole for it to not affect the video games. Because there was already a precedent for it. They couldn't print anything new with the name on it. There was some legal loophole that it only applied to the trading card game and other materials, but because the precedent had been set within the video game, that was their loophole. It's an interesting thing to look up. Anyway, an okay, yeah, give it. So Pedja said for the episode 2 weeks ago, an okay episode. Give it a 3 out of 5. I didn't like the ending. How come Gamamon got 3 evolutions before Angoramon gets 1? Because the plot said so. And how come Zasamon got away with just an apology? because that's how all these episodes have ended. Dracmon, Sirenmon, Clockmon, they've all gotten away with an apology or a promise to do better.
Like it was wasn't manipulation.
Oh, it was totally, yeah, it wasn't even an apology. It was a manipulation, like, oh, sorry, I felt lonely, so I made these guys and they got out of control.
I think they were more like, what? More so than, okay, that's okay.
Yeah.
They were just like, but what just happened? You know, kind of way.
Kind of like the end of the racing episode where they went,
yeah.
What was that? It worked out, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been strange for Pokedex completion. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But in the end, Hero couldn't consciously end someone, even a serial killer. Like, yeah, and that was the good thing. Like Hero and Gulus Gamamon have a connection because they are partnered, but Hero can't bring himself to issue the order because Hero wasn't filled with, because usually when a dark evolution happens, it's the partner that goes off the rails. With Skull Greymon, it was Taichi. Oh, I have to activate the crest. I have to be the leader. I have to do this. Stuff Agumon full of food. Throw himself into danger in front of the other Greymon. In Tamers, Beelzemon kills Leomon. Takato goes off the rails. I order you to Digivolve! Savers, Toma has betrayed the group and sided with Karada. That sends Masaru off the deep end. You've gone too far. I've forgiven you before, but not this time. No more. That causes the Dark Evolution from Shine Greymon to Ruin mode. Frontier wasn't quite a Dark Evolution, more so that Takuya couldn't handle the power yet, so the power went berserk because he hadn't learned to tame it. But Frontier is always going to be an outlier in these cases. Shoutmon never had a Dark Evolution. And neither does Gatchmon. Yeah, Gatchmon survives. But anyway, usually when it does happen, it's because the human loses control or goes off the rails. This was Gamamon, utterly and thoroughly just Gamamon, not knowing how to process death, and
some of that
effectively going into business for himself.
Yeah, like some of that, like it being so overwhelming. On top of that, he could be.
Yeah, he could be. But Hero,
the kids until Goraman said later, kids did. Came back.
Yeah,
that's just the end for them, as far as they knew.
Yeah,
no one explained that.
No one explained the Digi-Egg thing. Yeah.
Oh, like it could have been like him going, doing that as well as his. Not understand.
Yeah. And like Reiko said there, it's really nice how Gamamon, even within the dark context of the Dark Evolution, instead of putting Hero in danger, tried to get his brother to join him. And that was one thing I really did like about it, is that Hero threw himself in the way, and Gulu's Gamamon is like, get out of my way. And then that triggers the memory of Bakumon sacrificing himself, which is a kill switch for the evolution. Yeah, but everyone after Taichi got angry and almost everybody couldn't tame the beast spirit first. Yeah. But like Daisuke never had a dark evolution. I don't know how I don't know how that worked out, because Daisuke, I suppose, even Takeru, yeah, there's not as many as you would think within the franchise. It's a trope within the franchise, but it's very measured. It's less than half of the Goggle Boys go through that process. It's less of a trope than it actually seems at first. But how did Daisuke escape Dark Evolution? How? In what world does that make sense? Anyway, anyway, so where were we? And I think Datsumon will be back. No, Hero and his friends need to learn that some Digimon are just pure evil and deserve to die, and I think they will in episode 13.
I think
they did. Definitely. Like,
I think they
Gulu's Gamma.
Because they were ready to.
Oh yeah, they were. Definitely. Like Wise and Gamamon, they were ready to just let the railgun Triceratops do its thing. I think Zasamon will be back. That smug look in his eyes when he was leaving says it all. And that assassin Digimon that killed Gorymon in the preview is Sealsdramon. You can see his eyes in the preview clearly. Oh yeah, and that's why we have Sealsdramon's card up on screen, because, you know, I knew going into it Sealsdramon was going to be the monster of the week. So that really brings us then. That's it. That's it for our comments from I keep saying last week out of habit, but 2 weeks ago, last time. Yeah, those are our comments from last time. So maybe we'll. Got me answering my question, I think. He's an idiot, and his tag buddy was Ken, and he was carrying the darkness for the pair of them. Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say, except Daisuke does Ken count because he made Agumon go to Skull Greymon. He did that through the power of technology. I'm not really sure that counts. It wasn't an emotional runaway that caused the evolution. And the D Brigade may be an essential part of the story. Yeah, that's weird. Jellymon just randomly bringing up the D Brigade. That's where is the lore of this show going? So basically, for those who don't know, the D Brigade is a mechanized or mechanical brigade of Digimon consisting of dragon-type cyborg Digimon. It's basically a special forces, a special ops unit that's dispatched on missions that are never made public, so Secret Service, the kind of stuff. Navy SEALs, yeah. Exactly, yeah. So that's where the name comes from. So those who passed the Selection D test, which got mentioned in the episode, the top 1%, not that 1%, are selected to become the Sealsdramon used for assassinating targets. Tankdramon, who specialize in group target extermination, are used for riot suppression and assault extermination. And the sole Tankdramon to have been shot down during a sortie is believed to have been retrieved from its failed operation to eliminate codename Bancho and brought back to a D Brigade research facility, where it digivolved into what became the D Brigade's weapon of last resort, Darkdramon, before escaping. So yeah, we could be getting Darkdramon in this with codename Bancho. Are we going to bring Bancho Leomon back in? I mean, that would be two series where we'd have a Bancho Leomon and a Darkdramon. Although this time around the two could actually fuse. What's it from? It's just in the lore. It's not necessarily from anything. They just, like how the Royal Knights and the Demon Lord clash. It's the D Brigade versus the Banchos. It's just within the lore. So if anything, it probably comes from the VPETs more than anything. Yeah, like Black Ops. Yeah, they're Secret Service, they're Black Ops, Navy SEALs, that sort of stuff. Yeah. But yeah, so season 5 had the character of Koki evolve into a Darkdramon, and Bancho Leomon was like the mentor to the group when they were learning how to achieve mega level. So they never fought together on screen, but it's interesting that if we could potentially, I'm not saying this will happen, but maybe we go down a route where the two evolve, because that is a thing. And it's this Omegamon looking thing when they evolve together, a Chaosmon. Yeah, I want to see Bancho Stingmon and Bancho Lilymon. That'd be fun. I'd mark out for that. Because we got Bancho Mamemon in Adventure 2020, so why not bring in more Bancho Digimon? When do you think they'll reach Ultimate, since Ruri hasn't even got her champion yet? Hey, Sleek. At this stage, it could be into the 30s. We're coming up on episode 14 next week, and Angoramon hasn't even hit champion. So we could be in the 30s before we see the ultimates or perfect levels. I think Hero is going to go down a path of no, I'm not letting you do anything. I can't risk that happening again. Yeah. While Assaultramon and Cannondramon are considered members in Digimon Crusader, oh, that was a mobile game. That was like a match 3 mobile game. Like you match 3 cards together and that did your attacks for you. Silly. It was a nice time waster of a game. This page focus on the 4 that originally made up the. So they're the arch enemies to the Bancho team. They're all cyborgs. They have a fantastic ranking system. Most of the troops are Commandramon, which are like army colored Agumon. So that's a Commandramon. It's a machine gun wielding armored Agumon. Yeah, with machine guns. No, that black Agumon that was at the end of the episode was a black Agumon. It wasn't a Commandramon. It wasn't one of these. But army colored Agumon with assault vests and machine guns. Basically, yeah. Even its feet are armored. So them bringing so if they go into D Brigade territory, that's wild. Yeah. But I thought it was interesting that the gauge on the Digivice filling up and then suddenly going back down. Yeah, like that whole thing for the evolution sequence being an inverse of everything. So the meter filling up and then just immediately going nope and reversing, and then the evolution as well like Gamamon Shinka, and it just goes silent and the evolution explodes out of nothing. It's very good, very good. So it being a complete inversion of the regular evolutions. Like Hero's face didn't pop up for the start of it or anything. No theme music for the moment because it's not a big swelling save the day Hero moment. Yeah, it's like you know something's wrong because Gamamon's got like pure black eyes and everything, but it's when it goes silent that's just like, oh, you know, you're getting chills and goosebumps, skin boners.
I had to say it.
I did. But yeah, it's
been
possibly Cybersuit specifically used Darktramon and Mancholeomon. Yeah, because there's 2 versions of Chaosmon. There's the traditional version, which is Darktramon and Bancholeomon. And again, it looks like an Omegamon thing. Like Bancholeomon is the gray sword aspect of it, and then Darktramon is the Garuru Cannon aspect of it. But there's another version that uses Voldermon, which is a holy beast Digimon that we've seen in Adventure 2020. I'm just mansplaining to Meg at the moment, so she knows kind of what to expect. So I know that. Yeah, so that's one. That's the main form, and then there's this. No, that's Ultimate Chaosmon. That's evolution. No good imagery of the Volder arm variant. That one, I guess. So instead of Darktramon, it's Bancholeomon fusing with Voldermon, and it just becomes this other variant of it. Oh, it's also it's in Hacker's Memory as well. The 2 versions are in Hacker. So there we go. We're getting an awful lot of spam bots tonight, huh? Chaosmon is what happens when incompatible Digimon fuse together. Since that union isn't possible, it creates a bug, which is Chaosmon. Omegamon is basically a Chaosmon that somehow worked out. God damn Omegamon. Thought the power of hope and the wills of everyone that wanted salvation. They made the fusion work. Oh, through. Yeah. It could have been like Adventure 99 when Greymon evolved, when Braveheart played for a few seconds and then stopped and the scary music plays. It shows that something is wrong. Yeah, that was nice, but I'm kind of glad we didn't get a warped version of First Riders. Because I do think just nothing.
Yeah.
It's because it's kind of like, because it works within the context, like if Gamamon is based on like gamma rays and space and everything, like Gulus Gamamon effectively coming from a big bang where there's just nothing and then boom. It works really well within the context of the Digimon itself. Oh. That's how it works on lore, though. Omegamon came first. Yeah, I mean, lore, like, Digimon lore is relatively consistent. It's just not consistent in translation. What does Gulus mean? Gulus is a like all of the Gamamon evolutions. Gulus is a star system, or it's a constellation. Google, could you work the way I want you to? Oh, right, because images are all at the top now, just because of reasons. So, yeah, because it comes from Regulus, like the lion. Regulus, also called Alpha Leonis, the brightest star in the zodiacal constellation Leo, one of the brightest in the entire sky, having apparent visual magnitude of 1.35. It is 77 light years from Earth.
It is.
Yeah, so it is from Regulus. And then Gamma, obviously the third letter of the alphabet, but also gamma rays, and then we've got the whole RGB thing for red, green, and blue. So like it's a multifaceted name, but Wizen Gamamon is the same thing, Chaos Gamamon is the same, Battle Gamamon, they're all star constellations, which makes even more sense than when Battle Gamamon will eventually evolve to Kano Vicemon. Kano Vice is another constellation, so that's where all his names are being drawn from. Could have a Chaosmon resulted from the fusion of any two Ultimates, changing the arms. You could have a Chaosmon of Arcadimon and the... That's not something I want to think about. That's nightmare fuel. So... Oh. Right, so... Oh.
Bring up Arcadian. I just think they're neat.
Oh, that's fun. Alright, so let me dig it up here. I think we're gonna enter the spoiler room brawl and talk about what's to come in the next few weeks. So let me just dig up the tweet with it all. Could be. Oh, it was only. Well, today's only Sunday, so it's only yesterday. But I've gone through so much Gulu's Gamamon fan art today.
So far.
Do you know what might actually...
That's not.
Nope, well, I'm gone. I'll return next week. Alright, Yami. Well, look, thanks very much. Note to self, we are currently... How long have we been going here? We're 149 into it. It'll probably be about 150 again. We actually start talking about the spoiler alerts. So I'll add that into the description below, just for a timestamp on where to start and stop. Oh, Chaos Gamamon's getting a card in the Booster 9. Okay. Cool. Okay, here we go. So, courtesy of With the Will, we have the preview. No, that's the preview for 14. Where is... No, I will. I'll put it up before we start. That. Seeing all this artwork of Hero and not Hero, Gamamon and Bokomon, I'm just like, like the screenshot of him crying after he de-evolves, and just I thought this would be easier. Rob. But look, this is giving people apt time to leave if they don't want to be spoiled. You know, we're going to be wrapping up after this, so if you don't want to be spoiled or don't want to hear our thoughts on what's coming up next, you are free. You are dismissed, so to speak. Here we go. Okay, so here's the guide listings for episodes 14 through 17. So I'm just going to put the spoiler tag up. There. Yeah. So
I feel like
once they're done with him, he's gone.
Gone.
Yeah. Like I like this image, like the image we're using as the background says to me that eventually Battle Gamamon will be the go-to, and the others might just be used for different situations or used like armor evolutions. But I think because I don't see Chaos Gamamon or Wizen Gamamon evolving, unless it's a thing where the power of all three forms is what gives us Kano Weissmon or something. But I think once Gulus is defeated or purified or whatever, that's it. I think that he's done. What'll be interesting is if he's like the overarching villain of the show, or if we're still only in like the opening episodes and there'll be a much deeper rabbit hole to go down once he's finished with, or it's tough to say right now, but since we are on the spoilers now for episodes 14 through 17, let's get a move on with that then. So,
Yeah.
this is it. This
You
is your
don't want
final
spoilers?
warning. This is your final warning.
You come after us after this point for spoiling it, it's your own fault.
Listen to the lady. So, there we go. So, we are entering the spoiler room brawl in 3, 2, 1. Episode 14, Zakishi Warashi. Zashiki Warashi. January 16th. Hiro and Co. accompany Kyoshiro to a resort where he is attending a conference. Gamamon is still upset about Bokomon, so Hiro wants to do something to cheer Gamamon up. However, the place they are staying at is a haunted hotel where Zashiki Warashi is said to frequently prank the lodgers there. Many of the pranks are cute, such as moving the Tamari handball in the lobby or hearing the piano play out of nowhere. However, since Hiro and Co. stay at the hotel, the pranks grow more and more frequent, troubling the employees. Just then, a package arrives at their room. So, yeah, from the episode preview, it looked like Monmon. Which I'll show you what Monmon looks like. You know the grass monkey Pokemon? Basically that in a leotard, or like a Tarzan thing.
Oh.
So, to me, that's what it looked like from the episode preview while it was in shadow. The top of the head reminded me of it. So I could be wrong, but it looks like a Monmon. I guess. Yeah. Hansage, that's the one. So he's basically that. But I think this is going to be a bit of a breather episode. It's more the package arriving in their room. Is that being delivered by Blacktailmon Uber? What could possibly be in it? I don't really know. Is it something from Hokuto? Is it? Oh god, is it Bokomon's egg? But the idea of them going to this resort to cheer Gamamon up because he's still upset about Bokomon it's just really nice. No. Because Gamamon is baby and doesn't really know what's going on around him. Like that whole thing of, oh, you've learned to say thank you. Like that was really nice. And Gamamon being like, numbers? I can do numbers. 1, 2. Like he'd be proud of me. He's
and
just
even when they were at the table and chocolate, and like he looked sad, like oh, but he didn't. I wanted, or
yeah, he didn't.
He waited.
Yeah, he was a good boy.
So,
Yeah. So when a Digimon dies, Blacktailmon Uber brings it back to the digital world. I guess. I mean, it's the one that turned up with the Ghostbuster machine to send Sistermon CL and Metal Phantomon back to the digital world.
Ooh.
So maybe. It's like this just very much feels like it's a breather episode after the emotional overwhelming that was tonight's episode. Yeah, the package is probably plot related. I don't know what it would. And him being such a good boy makes the Dark Evolution extra harsh. It really does. It does. No, I don't
That
really.
could be... Remember how I said or latched on?
Maybe. It's not bad. Yeah, maybe. Make a blackout type
not.
Yeah. But I never got the impression that Hiro saw Gamamon as a hint. Like we had that funny scene. Yeah, but we seen that. Yeah, well, I said we had that funny scene in episode 4 where he's like, I wish I knew about the invisibility thing when the principal was giving out about his AI hologram munching all the books. But so evolving and becoming temporarily more mature helps him remember those details.
Maybe it helps him out.
Maybe. But I never like. No,
He did say something.
He did say something to the like, and I'm looking at because we only just watched the last 12 episodes before this, and I'm like, I never got the sense that Hiro sees Gamamon as a hindrance or
maybe
this
Gamamon
chore.
feels that way. Heroes.
Because Kyoshiro doesn't really have to go to classes.
Yeah, like when Hero's time was up at a sink.
Yeah.
He got back. He went off down with the other guy and came back, and here he was with him rather than going with him.
Maybe. Yeah. No. Maybe. So, episode 15, Mystic's Lair, airing January 23rd. There is a mysterious fortune teller who can solve any problem you have 100%, but you never know when or where their abode will appear. The name of the fortune teller is Mephisto. Like Mephistomon? Like, 'cause that's a thing. Mephismon is a thing. Or Phelismon. Let me just bring imagery up for Meg. Monsplaining again, how dare I? So that's a Mephistomon. He was in Adventure 2020, the episode where Gabumon got crucified. So that's a Mephistomon. And then we have Phelismon, which is even more of a devil.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in Cross Wars. The last anime he was in was Cross Wars. So maybe it's one of those, but definitely not Mephisto from Marvel anyway. This isn't the epic crossover. God, I remember those Wizardmon was going to be in Kingdom Hearts 3 rumors back when Disney owned the dubbing license for Digimon. It's like, yeah, that's not happening. But anyway, Ruri's best friend Mika asks her to find Mephisto. While this is going on, Kyoshiro's partner Jellymon rummages through junk in search of a bargain and comes upon an exquisitely well-made stone statue of a young woman. When Jellymon touches the eerie statue that is as black as darkness, Jellymon realizes that it is a human being transformed. The mysterious fortune teller's house and the black statue. What is the horrible plan that connects these two? Oh, you mean the episode where Metal Garurumon should have showed up? That's the one. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one where Metal Garurumon should have showed up, not race me because I might commit Sudoku. But the Mockmon episode was fine, but waste of an evolution episode. So yeah, that's Mephisto turning people into statues. Would this be the episode because it says Ruri's friend Mika asked her to find Mephisto, but it's Jellymon who comes upon the statue. So is this possibly a Ruri episode or is it another Jellymon or Yoshiro episode? Because there doesn't seem to be anything here that infers Ruri's in any danger to get Angoramon to evolve.
I think mine's Mephisto. Like getting. Maybe if you get a bad one. And goes back and actually was a person. Maybe they figure it out somehow and go, oh no, Rory's gone to find that person.
Okay, yeah, so you think it might be possible in 2 weeks we might see Simbar and Goramon finally?
Or it doesn't sound.
And again, neither did the Zasomon one.
Yeah.
And Wizen still turned up there.
My friend is.
Oh yeah, maybe. So yeah, it's a very vague description of the episode. Obviously, like it's not going to spoil the plot from top to bottom, but we can make inferences based on what's happening in the show so far. Then we have episode 16, Man-Eating Forest, which is January 30th. Hiro takes Gamamon solo camping with him, and hears from the campground manager that some campers have been leaving without paying lately, as though they had been spirited away. While enjoying camping, Hiro and Gamamon hear a scream from the nearby forest and enter it. Unfortunately, the forest is a terrible place where people who enter it are led astray by eerie mist and hissing wind. While surrounded by mist, Hiro and Co are attacked by tree monsters. What on earth is going on in this forest? Okay, so the forest is just Cherrymon and Woodmon, right?
Everyone takes Gamamon solo camping. Surrounded by the mist. Are the others?
Do the others catch up? Possibly? But anytime Jurimon or Juraimon or Cherrymon shows up, Mustache Break 3. Every time he shows up,
Robert Root.
Yeah, Robert Root in Digimon form. Yeah. Or he was given a Marlon Brando voice in the dub. So yeah, when we hit our 10k subs and we do our watch along for the season 1 dub, oh, you're gonna have so much fun.
I can tell.
Yeah, Cherrymon or Juraimon with a Marlon Brando voice.
Cherrymon sounds like
a Sakura tree. Oh yeah, that works too.
Rosemon. Like not a big.
Not an old man tree.
Not an old man tree.
Yeah. But every time he's shown up, like in season 1, season 5, don't remember if he was in Cross Wars. Maybe. Yeah, no, that's fair. Anytime he's shown up, his forest has been surrounded in mist. So it seems to be yeah. So it looks like we're definitely getting a Cherrymon appearance. The man-eating end of things, that could be the Woodmon, because I'm remembering the side mission in Cyber Sleuth or Hacker's Memory. Remember when we had to get the Jew from the Woodmon, and they were trying to eat us. Okay, no. Well, no. I kind of remember that mission. I don't remember if it was Cyber Sleuth or Hacker's Memory, but you know. But the Woodmon were very much, we'll eat you instead. In the dub, when Gobamon gets beat up by Red Vegemon, when he said, "Man, I stink," I laughed. Yeah. Would be interesting if they used its original design for that episode. Yeah. Let's have a look. I don't think I remember Juraimon's original design. Yeah, so that's the one. No. Okay, there it is in favors. Okay, so he's just a lot more viney as a tree. Okay. If that's it, yeah, that's his reference book art. Gold tree game graphic. Oh, hold on. Have a look. That's his Digimon World artwork. Oh God,
Oh.
his Digimon World artwork. Ugh. Oh. Oh, that's horrifying. It was the one used in Digimon World. Yeah, we
you
see it
got
here.
it.
Yeah.
That's...
I do not remember that being Cherrymon, but okay. Good lord. No, thank you indeed. Yeah. But yeah, so it does look like, so the January 30th episode will probably be Cherrymon and Woodmon acting as the man-eating forest. But the others are kind of, I think it's possible we get an Angoramon evolution in 15, but I wouldn't be shocked if we don't.
Soon,
because he's in the ending now. Yeah, so it has to be
very
soon.
prominently. What's happening? Can't just wait.
No, like I know I touched on it earlier, but I don't want it to be episode 20 when he evolves. I really don't. And then episode 17, we don't have a synopsis for it, but the episode title is just called Freezing Hell. Yeah, Ice Devimon. Christopher Walken is coming back. Does Gulus turn back up in this episode? It's like there's nothing to go on other than the episode's name. It is a nice title. And Goramon will evolve when hell freezes over. There we go. Yeah, there's nothing like there's absolutely nothing to go on other than a title. So like out of yeah, there's one thing I do want to look at. Now I know like the show has a precedent for not caring about evolution levels. I want to bring Wikimon back up for a second. I want to check Mephistomon's level and Felismon's level. So Mephistomon is a perfect level, which makes sense. I mean, look at the thing. It looks like a perfect level. And let me just try Felismon. Yeah, like I mean, the show doesn't care about evolution levels. It doesn't. Like Betelgamamon fought Mummymon. Wizen Chaos Gamamon turned up against Yadagaramon. They were perfect. And Felismon is also a perfect. So Angoramon evolving doesn't necessarily mean the end. It won't be a schmoz ending. But
probably
Felismon, a fallen angel Digimon shaped like an aristocrat. In exchange for granting someone their desires, it is said it will snatch away their soul. That sounds like our 100% fortune, yeah. It is said that it is a Boogimon that advanced and evolved, but the details are still uncertain.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, its signature move is changing the opponent into a black stone statue. Oh, literally called Black Statue. Its special move is driving the enemy to insanity with a curse-filled shout, demon shout. Okay, so Mephisto is Felismon then. Interesting bait and switch, because it could have easily just been Mephistomon.
Yeah.
But so it's literally Felismon. Yeah. But this is Boogimon, who does just look like a lesser version of
Hell.
In everything, yeah, yeah. He looks like Robot Satan.
Kind of looks like
Or the Robot Devil, I should say.
yeah, robot. The other devil.
Oh, yeah. I know the one you mean. Yeah.
Count Chicken. He's that one.
Yeah.
And then the other.
Yeah, I could see that. Right, so we're getting Felismon then in episode 15. and what I think is probably a Mon in our breather episode next week. Makes sense. It's a child level pulling pranks. I doubt it's going to be the return of Drakmon. Preview again?
Preview?
Yeah, that's no problem. Yeah, I'll pull it up on YouTube and cast from there rather than rewinding the episode. Bandai, where the hell is your trailer? It's all filled. Like I'm looking for the episode, and all I'm getting are other content creators' reviews and clickbait for the 02 crossover confirmed. Okay,
No.
one of them is that bad. The rest of them not so much. I think so. Yeah, yeah, it's the same one. It's the same. Look, I won't. You know,
Oh, I'm not naming names.
no, that would be rude. But here's the preview. So let me just cast it again, so we can get it on the big screen rather than the phone. I mean, I don't fault anyone for doing it. Like, adventure sells. Right. Yeah, it's the top of the head. It looks like it's Mon. Swole hero.
Like you're there.
No, I don't think she is. That freeze frame is more just, oh, I heard a spooky noise.
Yeah.
What is it? Yeah, I doubt she's in any danger there,
Yeah.
but
At most. Probably
no, I really think next week is just going to be a breather episode to get over just how
we need to the hot springs.
Yeah.
After that episode.
We need our own hot springs episode. I will never understand them putting the title crossover despite it's just a Digimon not from that. Clicks. that's it. You know, like, and I get it, you know,
Everything.
everything does it. Every medium or everything you're into, people do it, you know.
Wrestlers just a certain area. Are they going to this promotion? No, they're literally just at a restaurant. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. People will pick up on the tiny details.
People will see
and
what they
make
want to
it-
see.
Yeah, and they'll just make it song and dance out of nothing.
Yeah. So, but no, I don't think the Agumon at the end of this episode is a 02 cameo confirmed. Because we already had Mummymon. So we already had a 02 villain antagonizing our protagonists. We've been there, done that. We don't need another one. Go away, Black War Greymon. I swear to God. I really don't want Black War Greymon in this show. Oh my God, I really don't.
I mean, if it...
No, obviously it wouldn't be that one.
Yeah, but like I don't want it anyway.
But that particular one has just put me off Black War Greymon in general.
Yeah, every time
Yeah. Oh. What am I fighting for?
I bet he's so...
Like, Black War Greymon in the 02 dub is every Linkin Park AMV you've ever seen. Like, he is Linkin Park AMVs. Sorry, what do we call them today? What did the kids call AMVs today? Fan cams? Yeah, is that the modern term for an AMV? But he's basically every one of those. No, that's what we know a fan. But the modern generation is like, oh no, it's a fan cam because it's a compilation of this Oh, yeah. No, it doesn't. But, how do you do, fellow kids? I'm not going to try and, try and understand, but that's the lingo. We called them AMVs back in the day. It's literally several episodes of an ultimate beating up perfects and breaking a rock. Oh yeah, that is Black War Greymon's arc, with a lot of Linkin Park sprinkled in. Who am I really? It's like they took the premise of Mewtwo in that one movie and said, how do we get 20 hours out of this rather than 2?
Yeah.
Okay, it's not literally 20 hours, but you get where it seems like it's just an escalation of that idea. I remember them. Yeah. But yeah, no, I don't like it. It's 02's Black War Greymon has just put me off the Digimon in general. So if one even looks at this show, I'm going to be very upset. But I am curious about the Agumon though.
Yeah, I like the idea.
Yeah.
Because obviously their team on Rogue and that's a problem for them.
Yeah, so if it's a Commandramon in disguise, yeah. Because I think Commandramon would have stood even hidden in shadow. Commandramon with its big tactical vest, its helmet, and its AK-47, it might have stood out a little bit.
Yeah, something.
Also, he wasn't really a Digimon. Oh, we know that. And while that in itself isn't the problem, it's the storytelling that was the problem. But welcome, Zetus. You're very welcome.
I'd like to see.
Oh, everything's possible.
We weren't saying that.
Oh yeah, this is the closest show to an Appmon sequel. This is like they wanted to do Appmon, but went, no, we better call it Digimon properly. No, sadly. So if that Agumon evolves into a Black War Greymon, you're going to be pissed. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I never want. It just brings back bad. Yeah, it's bad juju. It brings back bad memories.
I mean, I can't see so much of it.
No, I don't think it will, especially considering we're nowhere near getting mega levels.
Yeah.
I mean, I know we're gonna next week we're gonna be 14 episodes in, and we've had a lot of perfect levels, but I don't think the show is going to start throwing megas at us. I don't see that happening. What if we got a Gaiomon? If we got a Gaiomon instead, I'd be more than happy with that, because that's just Samurai War Greymon. The Vidramon, yeah. So Gaiomon is this thing. It's just Samurai War Greymon.
Yeah.
It's considered a subspecies of the Greymons. It's in the English it's also known as Samudramon. It was called Samudramon in Next Order, but the Gaiomon term has also been kept, like in Cyber Sleuth. When the plot twist for Yuko comes out, it decides to stay on with her, and evolves into Gaiomon. Then the other one, Dividramon. You'll remember Dividramon. It's when Ken wasn't riding around on Airdramon, riding around one of these. But yeah, just anything.
Is that the one I guessed?
I think so.
I was like,
it looks like Devimon, but it's a dragon, so it's probably called.
I went, oh, it's probably called.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Coolest Gamamon basically saying kill or be killed reminds me of X Evolution's theme of life and death and survival, and that is my favorite Digimon movie. Yeah, I get that. I'm very curious though about Gulus Gabamon's whole philosophy in regards to that whole kill or be killed. Because that was one thing, as much crap as I gave Adventure 2020, that was one thing I did appreciate about that show's digital world, that it was a survival of the fittest kind of thing. So them doing more with that sort of concept, I'm very interested in. But that will bring the spoiler aspects of this to an end. So we won't talk about the upcoming episodes going forward, because it's tough to say right now. Like, I'm curious about the Agumon, but the episode synopses that we've gone through don't mention it or don't give any hinting toward it. So I feel unless he has something to do with the package, that'd be interesting. But we'll turn the spoilers off at 2:24. Okay. Right, so just back to general conversation and banter, I guess. No, I don't think we missed anything. Yeah, it's just about the Agumon. We got a lot of hot springs in 2020. We just need Joe back. Yeah, Joe turning into a hot springs tycoon was an interesting twist. The show is doing a good job with keeping the mystery going. Definitely, every time it answers something, it throws something new at you. Yeah. But isn't survival of the fittest an actual Digimon lore, and that's why evolution is such a must? Yeah, no, it is, and that's why I like when the animes or when the anime or the manga or different elements of the franchise expand on that and do more with it. Because it shouldn't just be, as much as it should be kids travel the world and save it, kids traveling around the world and trying to save it and such, you should see how the world operates outside of the children.
Yeah.
The world the kids are in shouldn't be operating because of them, but it should still be operating around them. So if
we walk into the wilderness
doesn't,
is still going on around us. It doesn't stop.
Yeah, the wilderness doesn't become formulaic.
Yeah.
So that was, again, one thing I really did like about 2020, despite its shortcomings, was that the kids were a lot of the times just watching monsters be beasts be beasts, dinosaurs fight for territory, plant monsters look for somewhere suitable to grow, and like you had warring factions over a spring that became a well that became a fountain. So it was very, you got to see how the world operates outside of the kids trying to save it and keep the world's own status quo in check. So yeah, I'm gonna drink some water. Yeah, no, and I'm very excited. This episode has. I wasn't expecting this episode to go as hard as it did. Oh my god, I wasn't expecting this episode to go as hard as it did. Isn't the closest thing to operating outside of children the Digimon X Evolution movie? Kinda, because it doesn't have kids. It shows you what the digital world is doing when left to its own devices. I mean, the whole thing about the X Evolution movie is Yggdrasil looked at the hard drive and went, "I have too much data here. Time to cull it all." The plot of X Evolution is Yggdrasil turns into Thanos for 2 hours, and the Royal Knights kind of go, "I don't think we can let you do that." It doesn't. It's just its own thing. You could just watch it. Yeah. You don't need any prior knowledge. Like, it would be good to watch, because the next booster pack is going to be X antibody focused. Like, we got Omegamon X antibody in a pack back in booster 6. I think Omegamon X antibody was in that, but booster pack 9 is just going to be dedicated to the X antibody. And I think booster 8, the one I recently did an unboxing on, had tamers from the X antibody lore had cards for them. So yeah, because I remember I pulled one of them. So yeah, that's gonna be a thing. Oh yeah, I should say as much. We have our thingies here, but I have made a Twitter account just for podcast shenanigans and almost exclusively Digimon related stuff that we're both using. We'll both tag when we tweet and things. It's just the Code Crown. If you want to give that a follow, that'd be fantastic. Meg will advertise when she's reacting to X Evolution. There we go. Okay. Maybe I'll jump on that with you. I haven't watched X Evolution in about 10. I don't think I've watched X Evolution in about 15 years.
Oh, there you go.
So I remember the story beats, but I don't necessarily remember how those beats tie together.
Yeah, you can't play it out in your head.
No.
But you remember.
No,
Yeah.
I just remember Leomon dying in the opening 5 minutes. And that's really where the trope started. It was there.
Hey, Desmond.
Hey, Desmond. Hey, did Digimon Digivolve this episode? Yes, they did.
Yeah.
Did you see the thumbnail for this before you clicked in? We got a dark evolution and then some.
I got a chill. Didn't I?
Yeah. Oh.
That movie was animated 2D. So dumb, I enjoyed it.
Doraemon. Yeah. Well, the X antibody is what was created to save Digimon from Yggdrasil's purge. He went Thanos on the digital world and went, but if you have this antibody, you will be spared. And that's kind of where that comes from. Just don't expect Digimon dying and turning back into Digitama. They just die and that's it. Well, oh yeah, in X Evolution, yeah. When they die, they die. There are no Digi eggs.
Well, that would.
Oh yeah.
Like...
No. Like he's doing a system restore on the digital world, basically. Poor Gamamon. This episode is poor Gamamon.
Oh, I can't.
Yeah. And the evolution itself still. Oof. Because it's done. It's played completely straight, like any of the other evolutions to Betel, Weizen, or Kaus. It's played completely straight. Just there's nothing. There's no sound. There's no music. There is just Gulus Gamamon. Oh. Oh yeah, not right away. I don't think I could do that to myself. Happy.
Like.
Yeah, and then maybe
Play
go back.
Animal Crossing. And then.
Yeah. So I think we'll get ready to get out of here.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. Well, I'm not so much concerned with how long we're running for, but
Yeah, but no.
I don't know.
30 is.
I think X Digimon escaped the digital world. That's going to be hell and going to a new one. Yeah. I have a theory about Gamamon's Evo. I'm pretty sure Gulus is the true adult level, but he's corrupted. That was what I was thinking because of the whole RGB thing. I would find it out of place if they used Betel in the evolution sequence for a perfect level, because Betel in the context of the series is just an optional evolution in the RGB spectrum. Well, I like it.
Because it could make sense that way. Or often. I was gonna say that came out really weird, but if he was messing around with data or experimenting with something, or I don't know.
Yeah, like if Gulus is the true evolution, that's interesting. Like Gulus Gamamon being the one to evolve to Kano Weissmon later, but I think Betel is going to be the one just based on color. Sorry, just based on color scheme. unless Kano Weissmon comes about through the power of all 4 Gamamon evolutions fusing or something, you know. Yeah, and that we sort of touched on that earlier, that we sort of thought, like, if Gamamon is quite literally the Guilmon of this show, where he's basically a homemade Digimon, maybe Hokuto had something to do with that. Subdued Gulu's Gamamon and sent him. Well, they did say, yeah.
So maybe.
Maybe.
Purified.
But I mean, is the purified form not just Betel Gamamon? I guess we'll see. But I mean, Betel and Gamma are the 2 that look the most similar, where Kaus and Weizen.
Maybe they.
Maybe.
As all those. I don't know.
Yeah,
I've gotten head, but you know, maybe. There's so many theories you can think of.
So what was I saying? Yeah, so what was I saying before? It was rudely cut across. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Gulus is the true form, but if Kano Weissmon is just like the combination of all 4 Gamamon powers, but I still think once Gulus Gamamon is dealt with, he's done. I do agree with the chat where maybe Gulus was the true adult level, was subdued somehow by Hokuto, and then Gamamon as a baby form was sent to Hiro to maybe guide him on a different evolutionary path or a different upbringing to take away that, you know, that lust for battle or for whatever Gulus's agenda turns out to be. Maybe Hokuto saw something in, well, you know, my son doesn't really have, you know, if he acts as a big brother to this child, maybe can put him on the right path. But yeah, I would like his Dark Evolution. I don't think it will. I think it's just I think Betel Gamamon, they're the 2 that are the most similar. Kaus Gamamon just looks like a Vmon evolution, and Weizen Gamamon, as much as I love the design, I don't think either of them are going to be the ones that evolve. I think it'll be Gamamon, Betel Gamamon, Kano Weissmon, and then whatever mega level they come up with in 40 episodes. Maybe Gamamon will control Gulus one day. Possibly. I mean, we might have gotten a little bit of that in this episode, because when Gulus Gamamon was coming down with the Dark Palace, or Dark Pales as it was, it sounded like he said Palace, when he was coming down with that attack anyway, Hiro got in the way and he told Hiro to move, which triggered the memory of Bokomon, and that, again, as I said earlier, was like a shutdown key for the evolution. It turned it off effectively. So there's still something of Gamamon in there loyal to Hiro, even if Gulus Gamamon has this mindset of, well, just because we hung out for a while doesn't mean we're friends. You know, and him actively trying to break out of the pseudo digital world to go cause chaos in the real one. Yeah, that's, yeah, like I do want to know more about Gulus Gamamon. Also, Kano Weissmon in his official art has that black-blue fire around them, just like Gulus. Maybe Betel's true potential comes out when Gulus is purified and becomes his real true ultimate, maybe even his mega level. Yeah, it's hard to say. We don't know what the mega levels are going to be to even speculate, and I wonder if that's by design. I wonder if maybe seeing the mega levels at this stage is too much of a spoiler. Because I got that impression, like there was something about Gulus Gamamon that terrified Clockmon, so maybe Clockmon did know who he was.
what he is? Maybe?
The idiot ball is in play.
Yeah.
The plot doesn't call for it yet, so Clockmon won't say anything until the script says otherwise. Either that or Clockmon just sensed an overwhelming amount of power and went, oh god, I'm in over. But I got the impression he knew what that was. And that's why it terrified him so. But it could just be like an aura thing. It could just be an aura thing. Reiko says, but in the end, Gulus wanted Hiro to be with him. Yeah, like when the attack name was coming through and Hiro refused to call it out, or tried to suppress it coming through even. And then, like, Gulus was like, well, you're useless to me now. He tried to make Hiro go along with killing the enemies. He didn't try to separate himself from Hiro, but go together down that path. Maybe Betelgeuse, Wizen, evolve into Vice. Yeah, and Gamma. Yeah, and that was my thought as well. Maybe, yeah, sorry, Gulus, yeah. So Betelgeuse, Wizen, and Gamma can evolve. And that was what I was saying. Maybe maybe Kano Weissmon is a all your powers combined sort of thing.
Yeah, maybe there's somehow.
Oh god, it's like the last episode of 02 where we're just gonna get 4 different evolution sequences and then they all jogress.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Maybe something like that.
Yeah, maybe. But look, yeah, I think we should get out of here. I think they held off on Angoramon's Evo because maybe it would have stakes too low if Gulus Gamamon had to fight 2 adults. I don't think Gulus Gamamon would have cared. I mean, he basically bitch slapped Tesla Jellymon out of the sky.
It's just a fly.
Yeah, I don't think Simbar and Goramon being there would have made much of a difference because as much as you say having two with all your powers combined, Captain Gamamon. Thank you. Like as much as I'm sure Gulu saw himself as Sealstramon, Hiro tried to use his body as a shield, just like Pokemon did for Gamamon and triggered the memory. Yeah, there's something. It's like there's something of Gamamon still in there, loyal to Hiro, and that's what caused that. I think. Battle Gamamon fighter mode. He's strong for an adult. Yeah, but is this episode also, first time evolution bonus?
There's that too, but he also
knew what he's also.
He doesn't care if he hurts people.
Yeah.
They pull their punches.
Yeah.
So to speak, not to murder things, but he's just.
Yeah. You weren't acting on orders. You just wanted a body count. So stab in the head. Whether Hiro wants to join me in this or not, I'll do my own. Yeah. It wouldn't have mattered. Gulus would have one-shot everybody. Yeah, probably. Yeah. Like again, first time evolution bonus. He was just slapping them out of the sky with backhands. But yeah, no, we are going to leave it there, chat. So thank you very much for joining us. It's good to be back. Like I know it was only a week. But new year, it did. But new year, fresh start, all of that stuff. So, looking forward to next week. Bit of a breather episode. We're going to a hot spring. We'll chill out. See a bit. Yeah, we'll have our dressing gowns on. And just hopefully it's just a little bit more of an insight into. What I'm really looking forward to for next week and even the weeks coming up is because especially with the camping episode is seeing what the relationship between Hiro and Gamamon is like now that this has happened. Because will Hiro just turn into Henry and no, I don't want you battling and no, you can't do this. Hey, a hot springs episode. Yeah. So it'll be good fun. It'll be good fun. It'll be nice to sort of have a week to bring ourselves back down to earth from all of this and just see what happens with Mon and his pranks. It'll be a silly episode next week until this package turns up, I guess. But we'll see where we are from there. So until Miko says wait. Yes. Tesla Jellymon.
They do it.
Will they do it? I don't think so. Will they? I don't think they will, but if you want to, go right ahead. And with that, we are done. Look after yourselves, chat. Hard eyes, there we go. Perverts. All right, look, we'll see you back here next week for episode 14 of Digimon Ghost Game. If you want to keep up with us during the week, we'll be streaming on Twitch. I'm playing through Xenoblade Chronicles X and Voice of Cards. Meg is playing through Pokemon Shining Pearl and Sensed, a cyberpunk ghost story.
We said that.
Yeah. So there's a lot of varied content. Definitely worth giving us a shout over on Twitch. But regardless, we'll see you back here next Sunday. Thank you so much for joining us on our first episode of the new year.
Don't forget to follow
the Code Crown on Twitter. There we are. Twitter.com/thecodecrown. We'll be tweeting from that for Digimon related stuff in the future. So take care all. Look after yourselves. Have a great week ahead. And we'll see you again. Bye.